I love lipstick. It's my favorite makeup product, so this video is meant to be a lot of fun. I'm going to rank 10 random lipsticks from my collection. I have 5 that are around drugstore price, one is a little bit more, and 5 high-end. And we're going to see at the end, I'm doing this along with you, how I feel about them. I have a ranking scale that I'll be following. And just to give you a little background, what I'm looking for is what is the formula like? Does it work on my mature lips? The longevity of the lipstick, and also the packaging, because the packaging does matter to a lot of people. For example, if you have a lipstick and the lid keeps popping off and it's getting all over your makeup bag, that's not a good thing. So packaging will be a small part of how I'm evaluating the lip product. But before we get started, I want to talk about what's on my face. I don't have any foundation on today. I have a tinted sunscreen on, the Color Science. I'm in the shade medium. I think this is beautiful on my skin. That's why I had the confidence to come on camera without foundation, because I think it looks pretty much like a foundation. I have the new product to me. This has been out a couple of years, the Soft Sculpt from Makeup by Mario. And this is in the shade light medium. It's like a cream bronzer and it just warms up the face. I have the new Urban Decay All Nighter. This is a waterproof powder. I love this. If you're a Floridian, you need this. Anywhere where you have a humid climate, this really keeps my makeup on. And for my eyes today, I'm using a palette that's been out a while, but I didn't own it. I just bought it. It's from NYX. It's their ultimate warm neutrals. I saw Dominique Saxe use this in a video, and I thought those look so beautiful on her. I wanted to give them a try. So that's what I'm wearing today. Also, I wanted to mention the brand new Tarte concealer. I am loving it. I think it works great in my under eyes. And let's see, I bought the shade medium. 35N is what I'm wearing today, but I think it looks really good. Let's start off with Revlon. The packaging, I think, is beautiful for a drugstore lipstick. I love that you can see the lipstick, the shade when you're buying it, that this isn't black like the rest of the casing. It goes on very smoothly. I love that. Now, this particular shade I chose because of some comments. Some of you wrote me and said, Laura, I wish you'd try a berry shade. So this shade is 510 Berry Rich, and it's part of their berry line. Now, because this is a darker shade for me, personally, it looks darker. I think if I had a deeper skin tone, this would look amazing. But because I'm on the light end of medium, I had to do such a light swipe of the lips. I couldn't get the real cream look that I get from the lighter shades where I swipe back and forth more on the lips. I love the way it looks as far as the shade if I go lightly with it. But compared with the other Revlon lipsticks, this isn't one of my top, but I would give it an A. Because still, it stays on the lips, it looks nice, it has a beautiful formula. I feel it works great for mature lips. This is Jason Wu. This brand is sold at Target, but Jason Wu has his own site also. I like the packaging. It's not super fancy, but I love the writing on it. This is a plastic tube. I'm good with that. The formula is not my favorite. It is very silky feeling, and I actually loved it when I first bought it. But as I'm looking at it here and I'm putting it on, I see that it is collecting in my lips, on the lines of the actual lip. It's making them look older, more shriveled. Because there is no shine to it, it makes my lips look very dry, even though I don't have dry lips. So for those reasons, I would have to give it a B. It's not a horrible lipstick, and it would work great on a person that's younger that has maybe smooth lips. I'm sure they would love it. But because of my age and just the way my lips are at this point, I would have to say I'll give it a B. Let's take a look at the Sigma lipstick. Now, this is a little more than drugstore, double what some drugstore lipsticks are. I know Maybelline is super affordable, but it's still not the price of many at Sephora. I love the packaging. For this, I would give them an S, the best, because it's magnetic, it's just beautiful, and very sleek looking. The formula is gorgeous. To me, it's worth paying more for. It has that perfect shine, yet is a cream. So it doesn't look like you've got gloss on top. It just looks really luxe, in my opinion. This is one of my all-time favorite lipsticks I've ever tried, especially at this price point. It says that it's more long-lasting. I feel like the deeper shades of this, because I have other shades, do give that stain, which makes it look like your lipstick is lasting longer. But if I have coffee and that type of thing, my experience has been the lipstick does wear off. But so worth it. It's such a pleasure to put it on. It goes on so smoothly. So I give it an S. One of my longtime favorites is this one from Milani, but I haven't used it much in a long time. I went out and purchased this one, Dulce Carmelo, number 27. Now, the packaging on Milani, it's nice. I used to like it more. Now I feel like it's a little outdated. It's very lightweight plastic, which is great for carrying in my purse. I don't like carrying heavy things. But as I'm putting this on my lips, I feel like the formula looks outdated too. There's almost a pearlescence to it that's sort of out of style right now. And I know some people will be good with that and they don't care. Many of us just wear what we like anyway, right? But I feel some people would feel it's outdated. It goes on nicely, but this is definitely not long-lasting. And the other thing that I feel is the green Jolly Rancher scent is very off-putting and makes the lipstick feel more cheap. So this used to be like a top one, but as I'm looking at it now, I'm sort of just changing my mind. I don't like it on myself now that I have so many other lipsticks and some that are more current. So I'm going to give it a C. This is pretty average. I'm going to have to change my mind. I'm going to go back to Jason Wu. Now that I said Milani is average, I feel like I'm going to give this a D. I know that's going down 2 grade levels, but as I'm looking at it, the Milani looks so much better on my lips than the Jason Wu, so why would I give it that score? So I'm going to have to do a little grade change here and put this down to a D. Sephora just came out with a brand new lipstick line that's super shiny. I grabbed this so fast because just seeing it on display, I knew I would love it. It's called the Sheer Shine, and it reminds me so much of the Revlon butter glosses, the butter lipsticks that they had out. I had every shade of those. I wish they would bring those lip butters back. They were just so wonderful. Let me know in the comments if you feel that way. I just was obsessed with those. I think for a mature woman, this lipstick is stunning. Now, Sephora runs a little bit more than drugstore, but they run sales all the time too. But this is beautiful. So the packaging, I think, is pretty. Now, it is a lightweight plastic, but it's got like an opalescence to it. Very pretty. Again, I think this is travel friendly, purse friendly. It snaps shut really tight. It's not going to pop off in your makeup bag. So I like that. I love that Sephora numbers them on the top so you can see what lipstick you're using. So I'm happy with the packaging. The formula is just gorgeous. Now, it's like a lip balm, but to me, so much better. Now, you are going to have to reapply. This isn't going to last for hours and hours. It makes my lips feel so hydrated, which I love. It makes me want to put it on if it does wear off because it feels so nice. And it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy on the lips. So I think those of you that aren't huge fans of lipstick and like balms better would love this. So I have to say I'm going to give it an S. It is one of the best. I did want to mention right now I'm wearing this lip liner from NYX. It's the Line Loud and it's in the shade Sassy. I am loving this with so many different lipsticks. I'll tell you in a moment how I've paired it with a lipstick here that I'm wearing right now. But this is super affordable and it's one I actually would buy a backup of. It's that great, that beautiful of a nude. So I'm going to go ahead and evaluate this and also give this an S because I think it's one of the best lip liners I've ever used. Let's start off the high end with MAC. I bought this recently. It's a new matte shade of a very famous shade, Kinda Sexy. And it's just a beautiful nude. Now, to tell you a comparison here, when I'm thinking back to putting on the Jason Wu, and this has a matte formula, this is so much lighter on the lips, less creasing, less getting into the lines. The packaging, of course, I love MAC packaging. I wish they would put clear lids on, and I showed recently in a video, and I'll link them that I have clear lids I've bought to put on top so I can see what's inside. I can see the shade. But this goes on so smoothly. I think it looks kind of sexy. I can see why they named it that. I really love it. Now, is it my favorite formula I've ever used? No. Would every woman my age love this lipstick? No. I've heard comments over the years like matte makes their lips look older. So I think a lot of women probably wouldn't even look at this line of MAC lipstick. They would head more towards the cream or the shine formulas. So does it deserve to be the best? No. But I would say second best. So I'm going to give it an A. Let's go next to Charlotte Tilbury. Look at this packaging. Now, some people would think this is tacky. I know that because I know people that wouldn't like this, and other people are just going to go, that is the best ever. So I'm sure there are various opinions about the packaging of this lipstick. Now, the shade is called In Love with Olivia. And I had seen this shade so many times and wanted to buy it, so I went ahead and bought it the other day. Now, this goes on so smoothly. I love how it looks on my lips because it's a cream, but it has a little bit of shine. The weakness of this lipstick is it wears off quickly. It does not last 4 hours. So if I were to put this on and leave the house, in maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours, I would need to reapply. Now, one way I get around that is this lip liner I just told you about looks gorgeous with it. So I could maybe fill in my whole lips with the lip liner and then go in with the lipstick. That's very expensive. You shouldn't have to do that. For that reason, I'm going to give it an A. It's second best. If this formula lasted longer on my lips, it would definitely be an S, just the best. I think the color is gorgeous and would work for so many women. But as far as the longevity of it, it's not the best. Let's go to YSL. This lipstick is so famous for good reason. The packaging, you have to say, is the best. This is just luxe packaging. It looks like a piece of jewelry. And I think that part of it is beautiful. Now, the formula is a lot like the one from Sephora. Let me get that back out. And if you look at them side by side, it's almost like it's the same thing. So that's the thing with this. This is a lot of money to spend. Now, if someone wants one lipstick or just loves buying lots of lipstick that looks like jewelry, then I think they're going to think this is the best, that it's really amazing because the formula of the lipstick is beautiful. It's just like a balm with really good pigment to it. It feels good on the lips. It's hydrating. Does it last a long time? No, it does not. When I wear it, I have to reapply it just like I would the Sephora. As far as the quality of the product, I think the Sephora is just as great. So I believe I found a really good dupe here. But if you're looking for Beautiful packaging, great product. I'm going to give it an A, second best choice, because it's not really long lasting. If this was a long lasting balm, then I definitely would give it an S and say this is the absolute best. But I have to keep reapplying it. It doesn't last very long on my lips. So for those kind of products, I would rather buy something more affordable. If I'm going to have to keep reapplying it, means I'm going to have to keep buying it, and that's going to add up to a lot of money. So if you're just looking for something that will give you that look, then I think the new Sephora lipstick is a real find. As far as packaging, I think Merit is just the absolute best. I love this, and it's just personal taste. This makes me feel like the 70s or early 80s, just that vibe, the lucite and all that. I just have fond memories. Now, the shade I purchased is called Slip, and I bought it because I thought it would be really different than anything I already owned. Let's talk about the shade. The shade I don't feel would work for everyone. I don't have anything in my collection like this, which is why I bought it. And I feel it's more of a shade I would wear in fall and not so much other times of the year, maybe fall and winter. But I love the formula of the Merit lipsticks. They feel like a balm. They glide on beautifully. I've had most of their shades of lipstick. I think the shades are unique too. That's another thing I like about the Merit lipsticks. It's not something you could run and just find a dupe at the drugstore. They really try to create something unique and different. This shade is definitely not going to work for everyone. You might not even think it looks very good on me. But I'm going to say I'll give it an A because it is a great quality product, and they have other shades that I feel would work for more people. But I can't give it an S because it's not the best. It's not going to work for everyone. Ilia just came out with these long-wearing pencils. It's actually called Lip Sketch Hydrating Crayon, and it's supposed to last for hours. And I'm in the shade Pampas, I think is how you say it. And I love this kind of product. Now, the packaging is not spectacular. This is nothing you're going to go bragging about the packaging because it just looks like a wooden pencil. And I do like the cover for it seems to fit snug. But I like the shape of it. And another thing I like is that I use it like a lip liner and lip crayon all in one, so I don't use two different things when I apply it. I'm wearing it right now, and I chose it as one of my favorites from this video because as I looked at it on my lips, I thought it looked so nice. It went on beautifully, smoothly. It didn't drag on my lips, and I don't feel it's super hydrating. So if you have dry lips, I don't know that I would recommend this because I'm feeling now as I'm wearing it, it's very light on the lips, which I like, but it's not creamy at all. It is long lasting, and a lot of these long lasting formulas are not creamy. They are more drying, and they're not always for mature women that may have dry lips or younger people that have dry lips. I've known plenty of young people that have complained about having dry lips. So that's just something that crosses all age lines. But I like the way this looks. It does stay on my lips. And I just think it's really a pretty color that would work for a lot of people. Because it isn't very moisturizing, I can't say it's the best, but I'm going to give it an A. I think it is a really good choice, a great product, as long as you don't have dry lips. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video and give it a thumbs up so I'll know you'd like more ranking videos like this. I would love to rank some blushes and some foundation for you, so let me know below. Everything's linked in the description of the video. I hope you had fun and that you'll have a great week. I love you all so much, and I'll see you soon.